Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Soham Solanki, an 11-year-old wildlife photographer from Mandvi, Kutch. In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about vignettes in Lightroom Classic. A vignette is a powerful tool that can completely change your images. But when people first find out about it, they just scroll to the effects panel and apply a basic vignette. But there's a problem with that, because your subject is not necessarily always in the center. In today's video, I'm gonna show you a quick workaround for that, but first I'm gonna balance the entire image. I've already ticked remove chromatic aberration and denoised my image, so let's get to the basic panel. First I'm gonna increase the exposure and then lower the highlights. I'm also gonna lower the whites a little bit. The background still looks a bit bright, so I'm gonna lower the highlights even more. I'm gonna try and pull out some shadows there. Now I'm gonna move towards the color grading panel. I like the warm tone of this image, so I'm gonna push the midtones towards orange. I'm gonna push the shadows towards blue for some depth. I'm not gonna touch the highlights. Now we can start masking. Before I make a subject mask, I will make a linear gradient and lower the exposure. It adds a nice little vignetting effect there. It helps to draw attention towards the subject. I do that to almost every single one of my images. The mask has included some of the bird's foot, so I'm gonna subtract the subject. That didn't work, so I will select subtract, select objects and brush over the foot. Now I will lower the exposure. Now I'll make a subject mask. I will increase the exposure and the shadows to pull out some detail there. I will increase texture and clarity to bring out some extra feather detail, but make sure to not overdo it, or your image will look fake. The problem with vignetting in Lightroom is that it doesn't give you any control over where you can place the vignette. I will show you a workaround for it. Go to masking, create new mask and then radial gradient. Place it over your subject and then invert it. Set the feather to 100 when doing this. Now you can lower the exposure as much as you like. Now you can place it wherever you want, however you like. Here is the result. Here is another example. I've sped up the part where I do the basic adjustments. I'm gonna apply a radial gradient and invert it just like I did in the first part. Then I will lower the exposure. If I did that with the Lightroom's vignetting feature, it wouldn't look so good because the subject is on the right side of the frame. Now I will add a finishing touch in the eyes. Check the video out on the top right corner of your screen if you want to learn how to edit the eyes of your subject. That's it for today, but make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It helps me out a lot.